Welcome to our Builder Innovator Summit Presenter Spotlights. My name is Sharnice Houston, Program Manager of the Builder Innovator team. And today we're excited to introduce another one of our presenters, Tim Bailey, who is the Avid Director of Operations at ECI Software Solutions. Tim, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me here today.
Absolutely. Can you briefly introduce yourself and explain your role at ECI Software Solutions?
For sure, yeah. So I joined actually Avid Ratings about 16 years ago, working in various capacities in the company. So in October, we were purchased by ECI Software Solutions. And so now I've been Director of Operations, mainly looking after the customer experience, the client success area of the company. My background that goes back in this industry since I was 15 years old. My dad was a site super, so I got into the home building business way back then, and I've never really left my roots. Just kind of pivoted into more of the tech software end of it for the past 16 years.
Awesome. So, as you mentioned, you've been working as a solutions provider within the home building industry for quite a bit now. I want to know, how has your perspective about the industry evolved since the beginning of your career?
That's a great question. I think one of the things I've seen is that it's been on a bit of a curve. It seems like for a long time, our industry lagged a little bit in adopting technology and adopting solutions that are available. And I'm starting to see a lot more openness over the past 3 to 5 years for builders trying to leverage technologies, solutions, software, things out there to take some of the lift off the teams to build a better product, to create a better homeowner experience. So I think that's been really refreshing to see, because it wasn't always that way. It was kind of, I used to joke about being a bit of a sheeple industry. They'd have to, one would lead and then the rest would follow. It seems like it's a lot more innovation that's starting to hit the industry now.
That's good. Yeah, we do have a lot of builders that are looking to innovate, but some of them are a little confused on where to start, or maybe just a little nervous about kind of uprooting their current business practices and trying something new. I want you to take a second to imagine a builder comes to you looking to streamline their operations, but isn't quite sure where to start. What's the first piece of advice you would give them, and how can ECI support them in that journey?
I think the first piece of advice would be to get to know your company as your customer sees it. So to lean into the customer lens, that perspective, because if we're not satisfying the customers with the best products, the best processes, the best people, at the end of the day, the rest of it becomes outcome metrics. So your profitability, your referability, your online reputation, all of those things, I think, truly are outcome metrics. So I always try and find out from a builder, like, how does your customer view you?
Yeah.
Are they happy with their experience with your company? Would they refer you to others? Would they post a great review on, Zillow or Google or Yelp about you? And if you don't fully know the answer to that, then I think you really have to, take that moment to reach out to customers and get that data. I'm a big believer in data, like data driven decisions and managing with metrics. And I think you need that data to be able to. Otherwise, if I find that you might start getting in these activity traps where you hypothesize what your business needs and things like that. It's like, no, data will tell you. You just have to leverage data.
Yeah, you can't know where you are or where you're going without analyzing the data. So I feel like that's a very important step in the process for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, you'll be speaking on a couple of sessions at the summit, which will be exploring digital tools, strategies to improve buyer communication, how to drive revenue through ownership apps, and things like that. What excites you the most about these topics that you'll be speaking on?
Well, I got to present for two of them, which is amazing. And one is really driving into sort of that online reputation, the review space, and that's just, I'm passionate about that space. I don't think any of us buy anything anymore without looking at reviews first. It's just our
For sure.
Amazon mindset, our TripAdvisor mindset.
Yeah.
So the power of reviews and leaning into that topic, I just think that's so exciting, because it's also an area that's been a scary area for our industry. We've been a very photoshopped industry forever and ever and ever, and to actually say we're gonna embrace having a few online beauty marks if we have to. Things like that are fun. And then the other session I'm really leaning into, again, that idea of having homeowner applications and things to make the home ownership experience better, help homeowners maintain their houses, navigate complex warranty situations and things like that. And I just think that's our data points, the customer experience data we have always points at, like the last numerous years, customer experience does fairly well through the journey until we get to closing. and then it just
Yeah.
falls off. And I just think the biggest, I don't look at it as a pain point. I think for the progressive builders, this is a massive opportunity. There's this
Yeah.
massive opportunity post occupancy to lean into that area and make change, leverage technology, leverage great human experiences and experts. There's just, we lose about a quarter, about 25% of homeowners drop off during the journey from being referring advocates at the point of
Mm.
sale to, at the end of warranty saying I'm, no longer a referring advocate. So that
Yeah.
was
Why do you
something.
think that is?
Uh,
25% is a pretty big
yeah, it's a
jump.
massive drop off. Part of it is abandonment syndrome. It's like they've been very in a very high touch relationship with their builders through their entire journey, picking out your designs and selections, and you got to be here for a framing walkthrough, and now you got to be here for a pre-delivery, and now you move in and you don't hear from your builder anymore. So some
Yeah.
of that creeps in, and then also they just don't know how to manage a new home. A lot of these folks, think it's a warranty item, but it's actually a homeowner maintenance issue, and trying to navigate all of that, I think that's where the customer experience just sort of falls apart then.
Yeah. That makes complete sense. Yeah. Um, when it comes to your sessions, if there is one key takeaway that you hope the builders will get from either of your sessions, what do you think that takeaway would be?
I think what's been really resonating in my brain is tech and touch, combining tech and touch. Because I think, especially with all the chatter about AI, I think there's such a massive opportunity to leverage AI, leverage technology to improve the customer experience, improve the efficiencies of builders in general. And I think that can work in harmony with touch, with expert human interactions as well. I don't think one replaces the other because there's a lot of fear out there, in the industry that people will get displaced by AI, and I think they just
Yeah.
work in harmony so well together. So I'd love to, again, really show how that can happen.
Hmm. I like that as a headline, Tech and Touch. I need to let John know about that for another session title.
Yep, totally.
Well, awesome, Tim. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and just giving me a little bit of your time to take a closer look at the value that you bring to our event and our industry as a whole. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me here today, and looking forward to Orlando in April. That's coming up fast.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.